Hi, I'm just cutting up some tartan for some new project bags that I'm making. Right, there we go. Gotta be easy if I did it over my table, but I'll do it here so I can sort of sit down a bit better as well. It's dark over that side of the room as well, so I'm just marking out my measurements that I need. Oh. So I hope you're all well. I may have to go and shut this door in a minute and stop that Scardy from coming in and being a menace. Because you know, like every time I come on here, she starts yapping and jumping at me. A sec. So yeah, so I've got this lovely tartan. It's called the Scottish National Tartan. I'll see if I can tilt you down a bit. You'll see it properly in a minute anyway. I can't now, I can't. My thing's playing up on me, so I have to be really ginger with it. Let me see if I can lift this up. So it's charcoal grey and a streak of purple purple through it, and it's 100% wool. It's from the Martin weaving mills through in Yorkshire. So yeah, I'm going to make a really lovely tartan bag, drawstring bag, and then I've got another idea for a larger one with pockets and everything else in, but there'll be limited edition because I've literally only got a metre of this, so it will be used sparingly. But it's very pretty considering it's greys, different shades of greys, black, and then let me just move this iron out of the way a bit so I can get into here. Oh, do you know, it would have been easier doing it at my table. Yeah, 100% wool. So I don't think it's Shetland. I think it's a Jura weight, so it's like a medium lightweight tartan. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Hi Mary, how are you doing, sweetie? I had a really slow day, a slow start to my day today. We decided like at 10 o'clock this morning that we'd go for a quick run for a charity shop mooch, and there was hardly anything in there. Hardly anything in those charity shops today, which is always a bit of a hit and a miss to find a bargain. Did buy myself a couple of new cones of threads for £1.50 each. I mean, come on, who doesn't love a little bit of a bargain? At least I come away with something. So I'm just gonna cut up the middle here. So yeah, I've got these new drawstring bags. I've just had to order in some more labels because I've just run out. So these will be, I think they said that it'll take them anything up to a week to 2 weeks before I can get my labels, which is, oh, that's ages away. So I won't be able to add any more project bags. I can get them all done and ready, but I can't add any new ones to the website until I get my business labels that I put over the top of them. I'll show you in a minute. Like the like little leather labels with my business name on the tops. So I've just ordered a different style of square ones with a nice like oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Calligraphy start to the label. So no, they're quite sweet. So I've just ordered them, but it's going to take until the 9th to the 24th of June to get them out here. Like crikey, that's a heck of a long time. So yeah, there it is. Charcoal grey, black, a soft grey, white, and a purple tartan line down the middle of it. It's really pretty. So this is going to be one of my new bags. So just stick that to one side, get that out of the way. Right, we'll put that safer putting it at the side of me. Now I need to cut out the fabric for my handles. So I'll just do it off. Where shall I do it from? This bit here, see if I've got enough. Because 22 inches long on the handles. Did I bring the piece? I did bring the piece over. I cut everything out. I don't use it. See those pieces of tissue paper when you use it like for pattern work? That stuff's annoying. It's just so lightweight and fiddly to work with. Alright, let me just see if I turn this around and then I can chalk in my lines that I need. I give myself the smallest space to work in. Is anybody else like that? You've got tables galore all over the place and you find that you're literally working 3 inches of space. And all you have to do is just walk over to the table and you'll be fine, you'll be sorted. You won't be sitting here trying to work a metre of fabric. And that'll be a beautiful bag. Yeah, I know, it will be absolutely stunning. I'm going to do a larger version of the drawstring bag in this. And I'm going to put an insert on the inside of it. The thing is, I've got to make sure that I've got a fabric that sort of suits it on the inside. So because this has got the grey, I have got these, and it's got like the calligraphy writing on it. I thought that would look really, really pretty for the inside of it. I have got some other grey fabric that I thought would look really nice if I did that as just a half, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a half pocket on the inside, so you've got somewhere to stick your needles, your knitting pattern. Might do, we'll see. I might even do it so it sandwiches and separates the inside of the bag, but that's what I'll do on another one and make it slightly larger. So I need to cut them out in a minute, but I need to do these flaming handles. I need to do these handles. I've got things falling down below my feet. I haven't got enough room. I ain't got enough room. So if I just mark out this, try and keep it on the line so it looks uniformed. Obviously, my little paper ruler template is not straight. Of course it's not straight. Why would it want to be straight? So yeah, what we're doing, right? So the last week I made it to 500 followers. I'm actually up to 509. Just out of the blue, I ended up with 500. And I got an email from YouTube letting me know that my numbers had gone up and that I've got enough people to now fill the jumbo jet. So that's novel. So I thought, well, I've been promising a giveaway for ages, and I thought, well, what's the best way to do a giveaway? So I thought, well, £15 off something out on your cart. I think that's really generous, lovely idea. I did think about giving away a bat out of a random name. But then I thought, well, if I do that, it's all right for me to send it to the UK because that, like, it's only £2.99, £3 or whatever it is, £3 something for postage. Congratulations on the 500 followers. Thank you very much, Mary. It's been flipping hard work, I tell you. Very hard work. But I kept on going. I slowed through. I'm finding my flow. Especially now that I'm only doing the videos, I'm doing the live chat every fortnight and the videos every fortnight, then I'm not putting a lot more pressure on myself, and I'm able to find some time to really think about what it is that I want to do on my videos. So I think like timing of everything was probably the best thing for me, because you end up running yourself not into the ground, but you end up finding that you haven't got any time because you're always prepping for that next video. I don't know how sort of some of these YouTubers do it, but there are a few of them out there that I watch on a regular basis that definitely do maybe 3 videos a month and then taking a week off, because it just gets all a little bit too much. You've got to have a life really at the end of the day, and I'm always up to something up here, whether it's like blending wool, sorting out my stock or whatever. So anyway, I'm doing a giveaway. As I say, I thought if I did a free bat from the website and post it out to someone, then I would end up having to pay out like £13-14 to America just for a couple of 100 grams. So I thought, well, the fairest way to do it is to give a £15 like a discount code. So literally take £15 off your order at the end of it. I do things like that at Christmas and a Christmas Advent, stick £5 or £10 vouchers in at random in some of my Christmas orders, which I have done over the years. Not everybody uses them, but they're there if they want to, and they've usually got 3 months to use them for. So I'll do the same thing with this. I will do a £15 discount code, and you've got throughout the summer to use it. It can only be used on the shop and not on the Christmas Advents, because that comes up next month. So I really don't like people use. I have been known to message people saying, sorry, but you can't use the discount code. I do put that in there on the Christmas Advents. So yeah, so what I would like people to do, if you want a chance of having your name in the next live chat in a fortnight's time, I will have all the names in a hat and I'll pick one out at random. If Phil's off, he can take them out, and then there's no bias, then I'm not cheating. So yeah, so if you could, this video over the next 2 weeks while you're watching, this is for people in the future, like, subscribe, and put a comment down below in the comment section, and that way I can see your name and I know that you've done everything that I've asked, and that way you can be entered into the draw. So yeah, and then when I get to 1,000, I've no idea what I'm going to do, but that's what I would like to do for now, and we'll see what I do in the future. It might be £20 next time, but I thought, well, £15 is really quite good, because if it's somebody from overseas, especially America or Canada, that have their name drawn out, then it's more or less paid for their postage for, well, for at least a small bat, or 500 grams or something like that. It's practically covered the postage of it, so it takes a little pressure off for how much money you can spend. That's my way of thinking at it anyway. So yeah, that's what's to do. So like, comment, subscribe on this video whenever you watch it, later on in the future or now, and then I will know that you want to be entered into the draw. So yeah, right, this other one, that wasn't so bad. Cutting fabric and talking at the same time is not my forte. So what else news have I got? Tour de Fleece. I have got the Tour de Fleece on. If you want to take part and you want to order something from me, I have got 2 different colour themes on with 4 options of colours. I know, don't ask. I put a vote on social media on my Instagram account 2 weeks ago. No, not last weekend, the weekend before. And I asked them, because usually I always give my customers the option to decide which direction we're going in for the Tour de Fleece. Last year I think it was butterflies, and you had 4 options. But last year I did art, yarn, pack, and rovies and bats, so there was a bigger selection. But this year I'm doing 100 and 200 gram rovings in a blended merino. The stuff I've got in stock at the moment, it'll vary, but I've got merino soya, merino tencel, merino bamboo, so it'll be any one of those used in your roving orders. Your bat options are 100 grams or 200 grams options, and I think it's £14 and £26 for a 200 gram bat. So that's on the websites. I think the rovers for 200 grams is about £21 or thereabout. It was hard to choose because they're both so pretty. I know, Mary, I know. I made a rod for my own back is really what I've probably done. So yeah, so anyway, you've all got told off, as you know, on my live chat. It's not rocket science. I had so many people saying, oh, can I have number 1 and number 5? I'm like, no. No, you can't have number 1 and number 5 unless you're buying them. You need to choose a theme, not a number. So yeah, so it didn't go quite to plan, but I've got, and in the end, you've all got everything. You all got the options that you wanted, so go hang fire and do it. I'm trying to get this flipping cloth to just stay still. So yeah, so they're on the website now, and they're only open up for another, what day we're on, the 31st today, 31st of May. So you've got 10 days left to get your order in. I'm more or less I'm practically doing them as they come in, and then if I need to top up the stock once more orders come in, then I can order in more stock. But I've not overstocked on it, and I'm literally dying them to order, so it'll take an extra couple of days, not my next day delivery. So yeah, there we go. So I'm just gonna cut this other handle, if I can do it without committing harry-carry, because it's not playing. It's not playing. Also, emails. If anybody don't, I've had a couple of people say to me they're not receiving my emails for the subscriptions. I only send out an email once a month anyway. But if you go and check your spam box and acknowledge that you know who it is that's sending it to you, then you'll be able to see the emails that come in. They're definitely going through, but I see the people that I've seen are messaging me, they're not opening up their emails. So they've definitely gone into the spam box. So just give them a double check if you're not receiving them. Okay. What else have we got on the news agenda today? Christmas advents. The next email that goes out, and this is why I'm saying this, the next email that goes out is an announcement for the Christmas advents. I'm doing 3 options this year, if you've never caught my live show, because I don't always tell everything to both sides of my YouTube and my Instagram live chats. But the the advents will be coming out on the 5th of June instead of the 5th of July this year, just to help people out and give a bit more time for if they want to do the instalment plans. So I haven't worked out a price for the smaller ones, but you've got two options for 4 Sundays at Christmas, 4 Sundays of Advent, and you'll get 100 gram skein of yarn or a 100 gram bat, and there'll be 4 of those, so it's 4 times 100, along the theme of Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat. It used to be Multicolour Dreamcoat when I was a kid because we did it as a play at school. But now they've changed it, haven't they? So yeah, so you've got Joseph and his Multicolour Dreamcoat. I have put pictures up when I was on social media, my Instagram chat the other week. So the email will be coming out for that, and I will be doing my larger one now. The 4 Sundays of Advent, I'll be leaving that open for a lot longer. Probably up till September, October, so people can put an option and I can just order the stock as it comes in. And with those, they'll all get gift wrapped as usual. You get a little gift added inside. It could be stitch markers, it could be a couple of bits and pieces, and you'll get something that's handmade by me, which will be one of my project bags or a wrap or something like. I haven't come up with any plans yet. I need to come up with a couple of designs and decide what I want to go with. If somebody orders both the Sundays, then you'll get 2 different handmade items. So that's how I'm teasing that one. So yeah, so I'm probably looking at about 80 quid for the smaller ones. For the large one, the Christmas 24 days of Advent plus Christmas Day. I do this every year and I've been doing it for about 4 or 5 years now. And you get loads of little gifts in there. It could be anything from lip balm to foot cream. It could be stitch markers, DPNs, sewing clips. If I know what crafts you're into, like felting, then I'll always make sure that there's a brand new set of felting needles in there, or a felting holder. Like, I bet I can't reach it now. It's in here. But I can't reach it. Oh, there it is. Some posher versions of the handles with your needle in the top of it. Bits like that, felting, or I've done before little wooden mini logs, and put them in for felters, so they've got somewhere to put their little figurines or whatever. So it'll be stuff like that goes in there. Beads, could be textured ribbons. I did them last year, so it's always something chop and change from year to year. Otherwise, it feels like you're getting the exact same things every year. So yeah, so that's 24 days at 25 grams, and then Christmas Day is a 100 gram bat, and that's £125, but that's postage included. Always postage included in that one, and I send it usually by tracked in the UK. So I always make sure, and that's why it's gone from 120 to 125 this year, because the postage has gone up again for about the 4th time in the last 18 months. It's ridiculous. Literally, Royal Mail from 21 to 22, the first 6 months either end, they put the Royal Mail pricing up 3 times, and they've just put it up again, which is just ridiculous. It costs us £1.10 for a first class stamp these days. Do you know, I could go on this soap bandwagon for ages. So yeah, so you've got 3 options this year for the Advents, but the Christmas Advent you have to be really, really quick, because I'm only doing 10. I usually only ever do 10. I've done 12 on requests. If I had, like, say I've done them all, and then I see somebody put a post up and saying desperately, left it too late, desperate for Christmas Advent, and I'm like, look, I've got out the stock here. I can make you one together. I've just sent out the ones that I've just done, but I've got enough to put one together for you. And that's usually when I've done that extra one. But last year I had 5 requests after my total, and it's just too much. It's so much work. 24 days individually wrapped. Everything's all looks pretty and sorted and primped and preened. And then all the extra gifts that I have to get in for it, and then I decorate. It's like it comes in some sort of bag or cellophane sort of bundle, like hamper bag or something like that. So yeah, so I've really decided this year I'm not taking any more orders. Once I sold 10, I've sold 10. So you'll have the option to either just pay in full. If you're overseas, usually you get charged the postage, but if you don't, then I will be in touch to amend the price for your postage. What else? There's another thing as well. There's another thing. Yeah, and then Christmas Day you got a 100 gram bat in the theme, and they'll be all like solids and semi-solids. And I will be doing 14 bats, and I will be doing in 25 grams, and I will be doing 10 mini braid rovings. So that's what I'll be doing with those this year. Might put some locks in the Christmas Day one. Not really sure this year, but as I say, I like to chop and change it from year to year. Because last year I did different fibres, locks and mini bats, but this year I'm just going to do the braids and the mini bats because I think it'll just look a lot better. And I've found a knitting pattern that I will be adding into there this year and pay the designer for the amount of customers, and they'll be going in all of them, all options. So yeah, there's my little announcement. Right, so my handles are done. Put those to one side. Fold up this fabric and then do my other design later on when no one's looking. Then I can concentrate. Oh dear. So what else? I think that's about it for news-wise, but the announcements. So the Christmas advents, the tour de flace, and the giveaway. That fucking dog of mine. That youngest dog of mine, she's into the fluff at the moment. Everywhere you look, there's another piece of fluff, and I've no idea where she's getting it from. But obviously, I've got a room full of fluff. But it's like, where's that come from? So I can't use that. I'm going to throw that in the bin. Oh, it's all the way inside this fabric. Right, so that's that done. Now I need to cut out my insides. God, you know, everyone's so noisy on this street. No one's quiet anymore. You may have to have one of the big bags. What in the tartan one? Yeah, I'll have to get some more. Well, have a look through my stash. Cause I've got loads of bits and pieces of fabrics, but it's just trying to get the right colour. But I think I will do one of the bags a little bit bigger. These ones are 15 wide by 14 high, with the large 22cm handles. I'll grab one and I'll show you. Yeah, so, oh, I have no idea how I knocked you then. So, yeah, these are the new bags that I've put on. The beachy. These are the little tags that I put onto them and the rivets on the end of them. So I'm just waiting for a new batch of those. So I can't get the bags out until I've got them. Unless I've got, I thought I had more, but I can't find them. And it's just some cotton strings, but I've braided up and used that through the middle of it. This one's the British Coastal, the British Beach Huts theme. And it's a box bag, drawstring. And I can fit in quite a lot. I've got one down the stairs. Yeah, it's a nice size bag, just a great size. I'm knitting that Celtic, the Celtic quilt at the moment. And inside that bag, I have got two cases, Knit Pros Creative Minds cases, sits inside it. I've got the knitting pattern, I've got a pair of scissors, I've got, as well as the wool I'm using at the moment, 100g wool in a cake, I've got 3 or 4 others down the bottom of the bag, and it's not even filled yet. You can genuinely take it if you're going away for a weekend with an entire project in there you've not even started. So by the time you've got through your 400-500g of wool in the bottom of your bag for a jumper or whatever it is you're doing, it will easily squish in there. Yeah, so I've left the top, it's got a really thick interfacing inside here. It feels almost cardboardy, but the top bit I've left it nice and loose and a bit flumpy. So that one is done. That's on the website. It's got the tag and everything on it. I do need to hunt. I don't genuinely think I have got any more tags available. I have hunted for them, and this one is retro version. So you've got these really wiggly woggly checks, and then you've got this gorgeous loud tangerine orange spots on it, and that again is a box bag. And then inside you've got this sort of, I don't know, ethnic style grey and white fabric. It just seemed to suit it. They look like they needed to be together. And then again, these handles are slightly larger, about 1 inch larger than those ones, only because I was limited to the fabric and I couldn't find anything that I thought would go with it. And I'd already cut out my swatches for the inside, and again the same. I enjoy making the bags. I've got quite a few at the moment. I've got the 2-in-1s. I mean, that one there, I mean, you could quite easily fill, if you don't want to fill it up with a knitting pattern, you could easily bottle of juice, a little project, your sandwich from the cafe or wherever, and go sit down on the beach with your beach bag, knitting project bag. And that's what I thought when I saw it. It's a bit of a 2-in-1, because you don't have to use them. You could use them as your swim bag. You're going down the swimming pool, you can fit in a little towel in there, your swimming cosy, and you're sorted. You don't have to have it for knitting projects, do you? But yeah, this one I really, really love. It's quite funky. I've got a pink, a dusky pink, and this grey again that I'm doing. So the dusky pink Picasso face one will be on the bottom. So that's what I'm doing later on. I have got some this flaming denim I lost last year from a weaving project. If anybody remembers watching my weave along last year, that I did from a pattern from Sarah Howard, Get Weaving with Sarah, because I had permission for be able to do the video using one of her patterns, and she was like, "Fine, if you need any help, just give me a shout." And I'd already done one before, and this denim fabric I wanted for just to do like an overcover on my cuffs, and then underline the collar of my coat, and use the backing, or even make a belt out of it, out this heavy denim. And I couldn't. Could I find it anywhere? I've been hunting for this denim since last year. And I came in here looking for my gnome shirt last week, and I couldn't find, I was like, where is it? It was like, oh, it's on the back of the chair. So I lifted up my blazer, lifted up my big blue fleece, neither I've worn since last summer, and pulled up my gnome shirt. And as I pulled up my gnome shirt, this flaming heavy duty denim was underneath it. I'm like, nearly a year I've been looking for this denim. I've hunted high and low in this room, and I still couldn't find it. Yeah, so that drove me a little bit bonkers. So I did find it in the end. So I was thinking of doing one of those bags, see if it works. I have cut out a pattern for a 2-in-1 bag in the the 2-in-1 bag in the denim, and a really soft dusky blue pinstripe fabric just experiment to see if I can get the same quality, because it's really hard and heavy that I won't need to use an interface. And that's why I like if I'm doing a mixed fabric, I like to use a really heavy duty plain fabric on the outside, or patterned if I can find any. But a really heavy duty means I can cut down the costs on my interface, and you keep down the cost of the bag as well, and it's still going to be a really good sturdy bag without any issues of flopping to one side. So I was thinking this would be really pretty with the denim, and it's a deep indigo heavy denim as well, and I thought, oh, that would just look so sweet. So yeah, that's what I was thinking of. So I'll have a go at that one later on when I've got some time, and see how it works out. So this is going to be the insert for this tartan bag. Just need to flip my thing over, and I'm just going to cut from the same template, and get them done. But yeah, so if I made a larger sized bag of those ones, I think I would probably go for a 17 by 16. I think just an extra 2 inches would make that bag size really, really nice, good, decent size. And then it'll allow me to have the space to do pocket inserts inside of them, like so it sits all the way at the inside of the bag. Or I can do a divider partition in the middle, which I think would be really annoying. I think the best bet is to do a second, like so. Have my fabric here, and then let me see if I can show you what I mean. So just say this is inside the bag, and then at the bottom of it is the Joe, you're such a spaz. So at the bottom of it you've got this bit, and then up and down here just sew in some extra lines, so you've got some pocket sections, and do that on both sides before I sew them together. I think that would be really nice in there, and do a really completely random contrasting fabric that you would expect to be in there, because I like having that little bit of an extra surprise inside them that you're not expecting. When you look outside, it's like looks all plain and boring, but when you open it up, it's all like, oh, business on outside and party inside. I think it just looks really cute, bit like patchworky. I don't like things always looking matching. Sometimes it's nice to be a little bit kitsch. So there we go. What time are we on? 1/2. Well, half an hour I've been on here for. So yeah, not my usual normal chat. You like the pocket idea? Yeah. So I think it's, well, this one's a 15 by 14, so it's 15 wide, 14 high. Once it's all been sewn together, and I think if I do one that's 16 by 17, so 17 wide, 16 high, I think that's got a really decent proportion. And I'm only going up by 2 inches on the measurement, but it might make all the difference to a type of project bag. So yeah, that's where I'm thinking. I think that's just a nice size. And if I get my tape measure and just double check, the length I can go on this is 7. Yeah, 17.5 on my swatches, my fat quarters. I can go 17 inches in height and 16 easy. That's not a problem. And the 22 inch handles will still be able to carry that weight without it causing too much problem. Maybe make them a little bit wider just to take the extra weight. But then it is a knitting project bag after all. There should never be a brick in there. It's not like it's going to be really, really heavy. So I think it should counterbalance, and I should be able to make the proportions look really quite smart and just have an alternative bag. So yeah. There's always something going on up there. I know it looks like the lights aren't on, but there's definitely somebody in. There's definitely somebody in at all times. She's just hiding behind the window. No one can see her. That's all it is. Hide away from humans. I've become such a recluse. Oh dear. It's like when all the kids leave home, you know what I mean? Or they don't need you to walk you to school anymore. If you don't go shopping every Friday, go and get your messages, you wouldn't see anybody. Do you know what I mean? They're like they're 12, 13 years old. They don't need you to walk them to school anymore. So you genuinely feel like the only reason I'm here is to make sure that A, you get fed, B, you clean clothes on your body, and you've got a bank manager, a referee, and a blinking legal assistant all in one. You know what I mean? You're no longer a mother. It doesn't feel like you're mothering anybody. You're sitting there watching afternoon soaps all day. The Kirchen Swisher, we call them the Twitchers. Brenda Keith, good afternoon. Love the bags. You can't have too many. No, you can't have too many. I love baskets. I'm a basket fiend. I love wicker baskets and woven baskets and ethnic baskets, box baskets, box troughs. I've got all sorts in this room. I've got little wicker picnic baskets downstairs that I use for my projects, and stuff gets left in there, but I know where it is. I've got Aladdin snake baskets. So they hold my firewood starters and my firelighters and everything in there. So yeah, I love baskets. If anyone finds a really smart basket, I'll have it. But project bags is not really my thing. I like making for other people, but it's not really something I use. I just throw it in a basket. I've got a spare basket somewhere. Oh, it's full. Right, I'll just empty it and I'll sort that out later. I never do sort it out. Never sort it out. So yeah, I'm a menace, but I do love a basket. I love little decorative suitcases as well. I've got one up there and I got it for 50p at the charity shop. And it's just made of cardboard. It's nothing fancy, but it's a little cardboard suitcase. I absolutely love it. It's got me gold leaf paper in it, you see. Keep it, because if that stuff gets in the air, it ends up like flaming confetti everywhere. Yeah, it's got bits and pieces in it. It's got bits and pieces in it. It's the stuff that you don't want to lose because you never know when you need it. But I just love this little suitcase. It's so cute. Yeah, £1.50 or something I paid for it at the charity shop. Like, oh, look, it's a suitcase. I want it. Yeah, but you can't put nothing in it. I can, just watch. Yeah, I'll always find somewhere to put it. It's seriously cute, Brenda. I love little bits like that. And in actual fact, it could probably hold all my sewing patterns, so it's just made me think, because I need a place for my sewing patterns. And as I say, I very rarely use the tissue that you get for sewing patterns. What I end up doing is cutting it out, and I've got big packs of gigantic bits of cardboard, like coding cardboard, and I cut them up and put my measurements on the back of it, and then fold them all up, write it in what it's supposed to be part of, and then write it in all the other pieces, and then stick them all together. And that is my template for cutting out. It just makes my life so much easier than faffing around with a piece of tissue. I know they like to keep their costs down, but that tissue paper stuff in sewing patterns, it's a flaming nightmare. You can never work it out what it is I'm supposed to be doing on it. And then I always forget to put the nicks in. And you find out afterwards when you go to put your shirt on that you've just made yourself and spent 3 days' labour of love. Only to find that if you'd have put the nicks in, it'd actually bend. But you completely forgot about it. Right, there it is. I need my chalk pen. Yeah, so I think I'm all done on announcements. Yeah, so watch out next week for the email for the Christmas Advents. And as I say, you Tour de Fleece orders at the moment. I'm just doing them to order, and you've got another 10 days before I close that down. What's that underneath there? There's something underneath my fabric. Another pair of scissors. I've got scissors galore in this flaming room. Scissors galore. So yeah, and I've been doing bits and pieces out in the garden. I've just been painting fences the last couple of days and painting the back gate. I'm looking forward to the builders finishing next door. Apparently they've got 3 weeks left. Can't come soon enough. So yeah, I think that's about it. So I'm just going to cut this up, and I'm going to go off and make this, and then I'm going to get a piece of card and adjust the side for this and go for the 16 by 17 version instead of the 15 by 14 with pockets inside. And then I'll feel like I've actually done something. But these, as I say, I'm waiting for the labels. I'll see if I can hunt out any. I don't think I've got any left. But if I haven't, then I can't put them on the website until they're done, until I've got them. So I'm fingers crossed they turn up sometimes the end of next week. Then I won't feel so bad. But I'll probably end up with about 20 bags all sewn up, ready to go on the website, and I'll have to order more. Right, so that's that one done. So what are you guys been up to? I've got a few more minutes and then I'll let you get off. You've got anything interesting? You've got holidays coming up because it's half term here in the UK. So I know a lot of people are a bit busy with kids and keeping them entertained. Or the spawn of Beelzebub, we usually call them. Even though we've got 5 kids between us, we're allowed. We've been there, we've done it. We bought the t-shirt. Oh dear. Yeah, half term in the UK. Everyone's back to school next week, thankfully. And then tourism time will kick in, which is an absolute nightmare for us lot in the Lake District. Well, we're just off the Lake District, the coastal, west coast of the lakes. So we're about a 30-minute drive into the heart of Cumbria, where the Lake District is. The world famous, apparently. Yeah, world famous Lake District. So yeah, that's it. That's it. So I think I'm going to let you go. I'm going to go and get my sewing machine out and get these sewn up and go and find something interesting on YouTube to watch, because that's my jam. It's about 17, 18 degrees outside and a very bitter wind off the sea, which is never pleasant when you've got a vest top on. And I've got a second coat to put on my fence, and I need to batter my child because she's biting herself. Iona, stop that nipping. They've made themselves bald, the both of them, Iona and Scarday, because of the amount of noise and everything out from next door with the builders and the stress of it all. So they've got covered in bald patches all over the bottoms and over the sides of their thighs, and it's been an absolute nightmare, constantly scratching because they're going bald. They've got alopecia. So yeah, the one that did have alopecia for the last year is our Cricket the cat, but that's fur's finally going back. We don't have to look at her bottom anymore. Her little pink bottom. Yeah, so she ended up with alopecia, which is not pleasant, especially when she's having a Queenie moment and she's come on heat and you can see this bottom because she's trying to rub it in everybody. Yeah. Oh dear, I tell you, who needs kids when you've got animals? Yeah, I'll come and see you in a minute. So yeah, that's it for now. So remember to, poor babies, I know, it's awful when they're feeling like that. But it's been going on for months, the banging, but they're not banging as much now. Everything, all the heavier work's all been done. So they should start to calm down. But I've had to buy some herbal cream for them to rub it in and massage it, which they both love. Because they love having the bum scratched. And because they like having the bum scratched, having the bums massaged because they've got bald patches on them is even better delight. So they're always looking at the cream saying, oh, can we have cream? No, you weirdo, stop it, you're not getting your bums rubbed. Oh dear. So yeah, so I'm going to let you go. It's I've been on it 40 minutes now. I can feel, I know, Sevens, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Honestly, you don't need kids when you've got these lot. So I'm going to let you go. So don't forget to like the chat, subscribe and leave a comment below. You've got till the next live chat, and once I see everybody's names, I write them down. I'll cut them onto piece of papers, stick them in a hat, and either myself or Phil will pick the winning name, who will get £15 to use on my website against any orders that they want, as long as it's not the Christmas Advent. And there we go. So we'll sort that in a fortnight's time. So thank you very much for being here and supporting me. Up to 509 viewers. Let's see it grow even more over the next year. And when I get to 1,000, I'm going to have to really I might have to do 1, 2 and 3 winners. Happy sewing and have a great day. And you, Brenda, you have a lovely day, sweetie. And I know you've got that fair going soon. You have to let me know how that goes. Take care of you all. Thank you ever so much. Thank you, Mary, for coming and chatting with me, sweetie. And see you later, 7th. Be good, be careful. If you can't be careful, don't get caught. Bye.